I'm Kadeem Bush. I'm 25 years old. Started playing handball at the age of 14 at Linden Houses. I started playing handball because they said I couldn't. I was a chess player in my local park. I used to play chess right by the handball courts, and they was like, "Why are you playing chess? You're so agile and so fast, and you should be playing like handball or something like this." I was like I don't want to play that sport. It looks boring. And it's like, you can't play this anyway. It doesn't matter. I was like, oh, I can't do that. So then I started playing gradually, got better, and then realized I could do it. And got better since then. Yes, I apply the game of chess to handball because it's more or less close to each other because 90% mentally is handball. It's 10% like physical attributes. So you definitely have to know your next move before you do it. Just like in chess, you gotta think moves ahead of yourself. So in handball, I apply that because I serve a certain way, and then I'm waiting for a certain return to put the ball away. Well, actually, soccer was my first sport. I started playing at like 6, and then I stopped playing around 7 or 8. And then since then, I've moved on from handball, play handball, football, but nothing like as much as handball. Handball is like the one I really loved, so I played it more. It's a lot of running around, and it's a lot of hand-eye coordination. It's a lot of mental game. People talk trash to you a lot more than any other sport. Like a lot of sports you talk trash, but this one you really talk trash to each other. And you usually like a lot of mental game. I like mental things that you could put with your head. When you play chess, you have to focus so hardly on the game itself. So it's like nothing else could take you out of the game. So when I play handball, somebody could talk to me and I'd be like, I'll just block it out and not even listen. So I could be looking face forward at you and still not be listening to what you're saying. If someone says something to you that you don't agree with, or you don't have to argue all the time, you don't have to argue your point all the time. You could just keep going forward with what they're saying. You can listen, know that you're listening to them, and keep going forward. They will think what they want to think, and you think what you want to think, and you go forward with that. Well, chess, I started playing in my school. My local school was in PS95 at first, and then from then on, I went to Murrow. Murrow was the #1 chess school in New York City, I believe, and I started playing there a lot. Yes, I was considered the third best kid at 13, at age 13. Yeah, I won a lot of tournaments with 13 and 14, and then I moved on to playing adults tournaments, stuff like that. But you couldn't play cash prizes, so I literally stopped playing at one point, and then I just stopped playing it after I still learned to play handball. Well, I stopped playing it at first because there were no cash prizes. I was playing it so much that they were like, you deserve to win money for it. And then I moved on to playing handball, so handball occupied more of my time. So I stopped playing chess. When I started playing chess, there was a lot of African Americans. I was mostly the only person in the room that was African American. I played a lot of Asians and a lot of Caucasians. That was mostly what I played with most of the time. There's no other sport that you get to work your mental game, physical game, and you can talk to the person and have a partner as well. It's like when you're hitting the handball, it's like all your aggression goes away. Like anything else that's going on in life right there, you could stop thinking about it right there. You're just so in tune with the game because it's like everything's right there. The crowd's right next to you. You can literally almost touch the crowd when you're going for a shot. You can literally hear somebody's comments that the crowd is saying like things to help you, things to go against you, things to make you more focused in the game. In other sports, you're not gonna be able to hear all that. You're not gonna be able to go through all that. In this sport, it's like you get to hear all that and you get to hit the ball and work your mental game at the same time. My strongest attribute as a handball athlete is honestly my length because it bothers the player the most. I could basically get every shot, retrieve every shot in the game, get everything, and then put the ball away, and then they think the volley's over and I automatically get it. So that's one of my biggest attributes, I would say. Mentally, I feel like it's great, but physical is a lot to go with this game as well.
Like how you were raised, like how does someone like you from Brooklyn get into chess in the first place? Like you've had to come from a decent household, you had to have decent parents or a decent foundation. Talk about where you came from, who raised you, and how they raised you.
Well, I come from a single mom, and we were very close coming up in age. So it was like to the fact that when I did something, she could do it physically. Physically, she was able to keep up with me. So it was like when I run around, she could run around with me. So when I first started playing sports and then doing stuff like that, soccer and stuff, she could help me out like that. So then we moved forward to when I was in school and I played chess. She played chess at a younger age, so we could like play each other in the house. So when I grew up, I was playing chess all the time. I was like, Mom, how do I get better like this? What are strategies? What's something to do? And then she would tell me certain stuff that I do wrong and some stuff that I do good. And then we play each other, and then soon enough I surpassed her. They got better ever since then. My mother, at first, she definitely didn't support it because it was like a sport like she was really familiar with. It was like handball. Was like when you play handball, you could be playing basketball or something like this. You could be doing other stuff while you start playing chess and stuff like that. So it was like that's one of the main things. She was like, I wasn't focused with everything else when I was playing handball.
And now?
And now more or less, I'm focusing more on everything else besides handball now. So it's like the opposite. I grew up out of like the sport. I grew up from the sport, but I'm learning to ease back from it because I want to do certain stuff in life. Handball definitely contributed to my life because without handball, I wouldn't be the person that I am right now. Because handball, I grew up with a lot of players that like came from nothing or have a lot of stuff that like to go for them. And I learned from a lot of players, more or less the old players, because the old players could tell you stuff and stuff like, even though they're teaching you about handball, it's more of a life lesson when you learn handball. So that's how I learned from life like that. Right now, my occupation is I work at a construction site at Hudson Yards on 34th Street, and I do labor work there. I started there approximately 5 months ago, so that's what I'm doing right now. Passionate of mine was joining the Army, which I'm still, it's a very elongated process, and that's my main thing that I really want to focus on. That's what I always wanted to do, coming in, growing up. But handball had me have a step back from it, because I was focused on it, and then now I feel like I'm ready to do what I want to do. I'm passionate about being in the Army because, like I said before, I was raised by mom, so I feel like there's certain attributes that I'm not a man towards, so I feel like it'll raise me up more or less.
What do you do for fun?
I like going out, I like dancing, I like having a good time. Anything to have a good time, that's you just see me doing. The future of the sport, with the right hands, could go to Olympics level. It could definitely grow, but not in the right hands. I feel like it's gonna stay where it is now, and not go anywhere. I don't think that sport become a professional sport yet because it hasn't been broadcasted the right way, properly. I feel like it should be broadcasted a different way. Well, somehow through youth, but with the professional players involved. And it takes the players and the organization to work together as one for the sport to grow. And that's with anything. 2019, I'm coming for Player of the Year, #1 crown. That's what I want the most. I want King of the Court, I want Gladiators, I want Red Bull, I want all tournaments. I'm focused more this year than prior years before. Prior years, I wasn't as focused and the skill level and mental together wasn't together as much. This year, I'm focused on everything. I'm focused on whoever's in front of me, that's what I have to play, that's what I have to beat. Well, there's a person from my park, Arthur, named familiar with him. Arthur told me that the only way to get better is to leave this park. And you're only gonna know about the play game from here. You're not gonna develop into anything else, but besides what you're going from here. So I took that advice and I started traveling to St. John's where all the players came at nighttime. And they told me about different parks, other places, and I started traveling from then on. That's how I got better. My favorite player in the game is Los, definitely. I just started teaming up with him, and it's like I'm so tall and big. That's the reason I'm good at handball. But he's so small, and I feel like there should be something taken away. But he still does good, still plays great, kills the ball from anywhere. He uses his skills to his advantage. His lower game is what he's best at. So then he creates the shot using like chess moves. Like I said, you think about it beforehand, and he sets himself to get a shot with lower. That's how he helps himself. Favorite female player, even though my girlfriend, I love her game, but I would say my favorite female player is Sandy. She has 2 good hands, hit the ball power, and she's fast, agile, and it's like nothing she can't do that like any female could do and bring it to the male game. I feel like she could do that, and she has the skill levels. My favorite park is located in Brooklyn, New York. It's Coney Island. Due to the fact that it has a lot of diversity, there's different ethnicities passing by, and you get to see the game and love the game and watch it from everywhere. The boardwalk, there's a lot of people that's traveling. You get to see it from all over the place, so different parts of the world. So it's like they've seen it for the first time, and you get to bring it to them for the first time, and you play it right in front of them. If when I have kids, I would not want them to play handball. I feel like handball is a great sport, nothing I take from it, or anything like that. But I feel like I learned so much from handball, and there's certain things about handball that I wouldn't want them to go through as a player. And then me playing handball, they have somebody to look and go forward for. And I want them to have to live in my shadow and stuff like that. So I would rather them play a different sport such as soccer, baseball, basketball, stuff like that. I would definitely tell them I played though, but besides that, I wouldn't want them to play. I feel like I have what it takes to be the best in this sport because I'm gonna use my attributes to help me grow, and such as my reach, such as my speed, and I could adapt to any player. I played all the players already. I know all the game style and stuff like that already, and my mental game is ahead of this, I believe, because due to the fact I play chess. Besides that, I feel like the players that have to go forward, I have enough time, I have enough attributes to get there.
I thought you played basketball.
No.
That was rookie.
Rookie played basketball.
Rookie played basketball.
Yeah, I was a chess player coming up.
Amazing.
I played at all the parks beforehand. Like the King of the Court, I knew the King of the Court prior to playing handball. Yeah, I played chess. I was playing chess at a local park nearby, and then I passed by King of the Court, and I was like, wow, what's going on here? Like they don't play like this at the park where I was from, and I was like, wow. I told them about the King of the Court, and it was like, yeah, it's a big tournament of the year, stuff like that.
That's so dope.